Ferdinand Marcos. He was born on September 11, 1917 in Surat, Philippines, and died September 28, 1989 in Honolulu, Hawaii, US. He was a Philippine lawyer and politician who was head of state from 1965 to 1986, established an authoritarian regime in the Philippines that came under criticism for corruption and for its suppression of democratic processes. Marcos attended school in Manila and studied law in the late 1930s at the University of the Philippines, near that city. Tried for the assassination in 1933 of a political opponent of his politician father, Marcos was found guilty in November 1939, but he argued his case on appeal to the Philippine Supreme Court and won acquittal a year later. He became a trial lawyer in Manila. During World War II, he was an officer with the Philippine Armed Forces. Marcos' later claims of having been a leader in the Filipino guerrilla resistance movement were a central factor in his political success, but U.S. government archives reveal that he actually played little or no part in anti-Japanese activities during 1942 to 1945. On September 21, 1972, Marcos imposed martial law on the Philippines, holding that communist and subversive forces had precipitated a crisis. He acted swiftly, opposition politicians were jailed, and the armed forces became an arm of the regime. Opposed by political leaders, notably Benigno Aquino Jr., who was jailed and held in detention for almost 8 years. Marcos was also criticized by church leaders and others. Marcos' later years in power were marred by rampant government corruption, economic stagnation, the steady widening of economic inequalities between the rich and the poor, and the steady growth of a communist guerrilla insurgency active in the rural areas of the Philippines' innumerable islands. Amidst this, he had so much contribution in the Philippines. The late President Ferdinand Marcos developed and modernized the Philippines. He is the clever planner of the infrastructure development. He improved the government organization, the education perspective, the land reforms, the buildings of hospital, increased the agricultural productivity and the safeguarding of the country against the communists. In this area of public service, President Ferdinand E. Marcos made a legacy so remarkable and enduring that it has been the life work of his enemies to obliterate it in the chronicles of our history. It was in Marcos' time when pioneering hospitals were built: Philippine Heart Center, Lung Center of the Philippines, National Kidney and Transplant Institute, and Philippine Children's Medical Center. Under cultural tourism and heritage sites were likewise constructed: Cultural Center of the Philippines, Folk Arts Theater, Philippine International Convention Center, the National Arts Center, Nayong Pilipino, and the People's Park in the Sky in Tagaytay City. One of his contributions is the Philippine Heart Center that we chose to make. It is essentially a hospital for patients suffering from heart ailments. However, it is equipped to render the best possible care for most other illnesses. It ranks as one of the leading medical institutions in Asia for the medical and surgical treatment of heart diseases. The center admits more than 14,000 patients yearly, of whom more than 3,300 undergo heart surgery. Aside from offering medical services, the center is deeply involved in cardiovascular research, training and education, and public information. It offers training programs not only for aspiring heart specialists, but also for private and government medical practitioners. It engages in various researches on the prevention and control of cardiovascular diseases and undertakes nationwide information programs on the heart and heart care. We chose this because we saw this hospital a great help to the Filipinos. It was a government-owned that caters the needs of the latter and provides affordable services. Philippine Heart Center improves heart health and saves lives. After all, with every success, There is always an obstacle. If there is an angel, here comes the demon. Again, thank you.